So check this out. This is a Zoom mic. And yes, it's a mic like the name. Bell & Howell with the sense of humor. This is new thinking for Bell & Howell. Omnidirectional Zoom microphone for tape recording miscellaneous meetings and happenings in sound anywhere, anytime. For entertainment, for business, and for education. When I saw this and I saw the microphone, I'm like, holy crap, that's huge. But I think it might just be forced perspective. So I got this at a flea market. I paid up for it, $20. I'm not so sure it was worth it, but it was in box and it was sweet. So check this out. So I opened this up at the flea market to make sure that it looked okay inside, and I did see it was clean, but I haven't explored it anymore. Who knows if there's a couple surprises. So here's the microphone. And that is pretty cool. And you know what? I think, yeah, look at that. Jeez. It's telescoping. Oh, so yeah, look at that. So that's awesome. This is like Bob Barker style. It's on a pivot. So that's sweetness. Okay, right there, that's worth the price of admission. This is obviously the tape recorder. Oh, nice Bell & Howell. Oh yeah, eject. It's got some dirt on it. It's not terrible. So a little bit of rust there on the batteries. This says mic, actually. So what is that? That's another microphone? This looks like a suction cup. I thought it was like a lapel mic. I don't know. I'll have to figure out exactly what that is. It's a cord. Yeah, so it is another microphone. Is anybody else surprised by this being the top of the microphone? I've tried to twist it off, and it won't immediately come, right? That doesn't, that's not like most microphones I've seen. Seems like it would muffle the sound. Business reply card. Oh, let's see. How much does this baby cost? $44. That's a chunk of change. There is an auxiliary power cord. It does come with the operating instructions, so that's good. See if there's any other doodads in the bottom here. No, actually, well, there you go. One of those microphones that you're supposed to stick in your ear. So do you dare me to stick that in my ear? Pretty gross, right? So you can see this is the Zooom mic cassette recorder kit. And I'm just saying that this is an extra O in Zoom. New omnidirectional microphone, records all around sound. Here it is with the microphone extended, retracted, on the go. That would be cool. Remote control. That ain't good, because I don't think I have that. New Velcro recording attachment. In states where legal, Velcro's not legal somewhere. It's for telephone or direct recording from TV or radio speakers. Maybe that's what they're talking about being illegal. There it is, hooked up to an awesome old-timey phone, record player. Over on the other side here, so I do have the earphone, the Zoom mic, combination telephone pickup and direct recording attachment. I don't know if I have that. Came with a cassette, which I don't have, and 4C cells, which I don't have. I started reading through the manual, something that you should never do first. And it looks like this is the remote. And I'm wondering if, in fact, this thing, which I thought was a microphone and was puzzled about, might be the remote. Because it does have an off and an on. So yeah, so maybe that's the remote, so maybe I do have it. I think I do have the combination telephone pickup and direct recording attachment. I think that's what this bad boy is. I guess I don't need further proof that maybe I should read the manual first. But it talks here about recording from a radio or hi-fi. It basically says that you can stick this thing with the included Velcro pads, which I don't have, to like the grill of a radio directly. And it says with a telephone, you can actually record it with the suction cup. And again, this does have a suction cup. Again, it's strange. I don't know exactly how it's picking up the sound, but apparently that's what it is. But before I get too excited about any of those extras, why don't I see if this recorder actually works. Plugged in and ready to go. So let's see. I don't have a tape in yet. All right, so it's turning. Obviously that's horribly scratchy. And let's fast forward. At the moment, not working. Stop. Yeah, rewind's not working. It's almost certainly going to be a belt. I have a recorder tape in there. I think it's Eagles. flipped over in preparation for opening it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws, it looks like. Might be some in the battery compartment. Yeah, it looks like there's at least one down there. Do pay attention to the different size screws. There's two small ones that are from the handle, 2 medium ones that are kind of on the base. This one's from that hidden compartment with the batteries, and a long one here. And so again, I've labeled it for myself. The small one's in the handle. The longest one is here. I gotta label that D. And then those B ones, and then the hidden one back here is the C one. Perhaps you can just remember where they go, but I definitely cannot. It just popped open easily. Again, just being careful as I opened it to make sure not to break these wires. Here's a look inside. It overall looks clean. A belt here, and a second belt here. This bigger one certainly looks loose. It's, it's sat in one place and it's got that divot kind of from sitting for so long. Have it plugged back in. I've labeled the buttons because they're upside down, so for play, fast forward, and rewind. That way I don't have to keep looking. To be clear, this is painter's tape. It'll come off real easy. So I'm gonna press play, which again works. I initially thought that this belt was decent because when I did play, it worked. And when I press fast forward or rewind, this other belt, which is hard to see here, didn't. What I realize is when I press fast forward, this piece comes over and is supposed to be turned by this. And I think with that added force, this belt is slipping. So with fast forward, you're gonna watch this piece come over. And again, it wants to be turned by this. But this is clearly turning, but this belt is slipping. So I'm gonna replace that one first. Taking out a bunch of screws. There's one here, 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 here. There's actually 2 over here, but it's still not coming out real easy. I might be missing a screw, but at this point, I might just try to pull that pulley so I don't disrupt more than I have to. It was easy to get the belt out. It won't be as easy to get back in. But at this point, I'm gonna try to find a replacement. So I've been working through a bunch of belts, and I thought I was starting to get close with the size. It's working, but it's not. And you told me not to drive. It is fast forwarding. It is rewinding, but it's slow. I timed it next to a YouTube video, and it's definitely gonna be a couple seconds slow for sure. A slightly different belt. Too fast. So this is the original one. It's right about 12 centimeters. So this is the closest one I've got. It is about 11 and a half. I may be crazy. Fast forward is pretty fast. Rewind is pretty fast. The remote control does work. Again, if you just do this, it doesn't do anything. What you have to do is press play, and now you can use the remote. Did you recognize who that was? So again, it's kind of neat. It's the Eagles, by the way. That works, so now it's time to check out the sweet microphone. It's got this, I don't know what you're gonna call it, but it slides on right onto the arm. Let's see if I can get this correct. And holds in pretty good. And then again, you kind of pull it out because it's in a little thing here. This goes up. And this cord goes through here, and it plugs in right in the side. It says mic. Again, I love how they spell it. Microphone spelled mic. And there we go. Check that out. And then we can telescope it. Look at that. So now let's check it out. Play and record at the same time. This is a test. This is a test to see if this is recording. Rewind. Play. Supposedly it adjusts to the volume. That didn't seem like it worked. I tried again, nothing. So I did a very simple test recording with this old computer microphone, and actually it did record. Not great, but it recorded. Seems like this can record. This guy might be the problem. All right, so what's the chances that that worked? Oh my God. So that actually worked. Oh my God. So that would suggest again that the jack is good, that this thing can record. So again, this is the problem. I did another recording where I didn't suction cup it down, I just kind of left it on top, and I did Shiny Happy People by R.E.M. And it's much poorer quality, so that's interesting. Yeah, see? So definitely it actually matters if it's suction cupped to it. So that's actually cool. I could definitely tape conversations. Well, I would want to, I'm not sure, but I could. The strange thing is I actually made a call to my wife, put it on speakerphone, and what's weird is it recorded her voice. Very poor quality, I have to say, but it didn't record my voice at all. So it's seemingly working through like vibrations or something. So it's really strange. It's gonna be real hard to hear on video, but it seems like there might be something shaking around or moving around in the head of the microphone. And the problem is I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure out how to open it up and whether I even should. I've been playing with this microphone and I find if I move it around every once in a split second, it actually comes in. So there definitely has to be something loose in the wire or in the head of the microphone itself. I haven't found a way to take this apart without probably totally wrecking it. Testing. Testing again. Somehow did this work? I'm sure it did not. It did. Is it the position I have it in? Or what is going on here? Testing with it extended to see if it still works. Testing with it extended. Okay, so how did I fix it? What is my repair advice for you? I have no clue. And I have no clue how long it will stay. I don't know what happened. And I don't know if I take it out, it's not going to work right. I don't want to take this apart. Sometimes you can kind of get a bend in there and the wires are not completely there, so that could be the issue. But again, there's something, I swear, moving around in there. So I'm going to leave this alone because it partially works and somebody might be able to improve it. And for me to do any more work, I'd have to take off this top grill, and I know I'd just wreck the hell out of it. And it's too cool looking to do that. It tells you that you can record using the pickup from a speaker. It suggests that you use Velcro, I think, in the back side of this and attach it. I'm actually just going to use a little bit of painter's tape to attach it. But first I'm going to try it on the floor and see what happens. We'll be listening to Hard Traveling by Cisco Houston.
Doing some hard traveling, I thought you knowed. I've been doing some hard rambling way down the road.
All right, let's listen for some playback. So you may or may not be able to hear it, but it's very, very low. So now I'm going to attach it to the speaker and see what that does.
1 September on one Friday night, Stagger Lee and Billy Line.
So really no better. I'm going to try attaching it with the suction cup at the top.
Send for the captain ashore, let me go home.
So that's worse.
Well, a hammer flying in the air, hose sucking in 6 feet of mud, I sure been mucking it.
So that seems to work if I hold this down here. But this is what I get if I hold this up here. So if you can account for why it's good down here on the bottom speaker but not the top, let me know. One more variation to try. I've got a speaker hooked up to an old school iPod, and I'm going to put the pickup like this and then opposite and see what happens.
There's a darkness upon me that's flooded in light.
So both sides work. So this thing puzzles me. I held this like this over, over the speaker dangling, and it actually recorded it. You can hear the volume go up as I moved closer and closer. I had started with it up here and kind of moved it closer. But if I hold it close to my mouth and yell into it, it won't record at all. Testing, testing, BC, ABC, 1, 2, 3. So how is that possible? It records, you know, if I have this on top of it, but if I put it up to myself, like it doesn't like humans. If you can help me understand what this does and doesn't pick up and why, I would much appreciate it. So please leave something in the comments below. Thanks for watching this video. This is an interesting piece. Please consider subscribing.